Day through a ride. Spring is in the air as we set sail with the Southern Cruisers on this edition of Bike Week. Come on along. The dead winter grass is pushed aside by the green of spring. The countryside will soon be painted pink and white as the dogwoods race into full bloom. It's springtime in Georgia. Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Myers, and this is Bike Week magazine. Is there anything better than enjoying the sweet smell of spring? Sure there is. It's when you enjoy it from the seat of a motorcycle. Now, could there possibly be anything better than that? Yep. There is. It's when the motorcycle is borrowed. I got this one from American Honda. Now, I borrowed this bike to take a trip down into Alabama. Going to hook up with some fellow Goldwing riders and travel some of the back roads. Along the way, we're going to make a stop in Atlanta, Georgia, to visit with a fellow rider that I know you are going to be happy to hear from. I'm not going to tell you who it is. We're going to keep that a secret. But in the meantime, you enjoy the action from round 2 of the World Championship Superbike
is brought to you by Kawasaki. See the great lineup of motorcycles at your Kawasaki dealer. And by Corona. Relax and enjoy a Corona.
The perks of this job never cease to amaze me. Well, I expected to be met here in Birmingham, but not by such pretty ladies and by such service. My gosh, what do I do first?
Gotta have the ice cream.
First?
Yeah, why not?
What do you have in the bag?
Burgers, fries.
Is this a biker-friendly place or what? There are motorcyclists here from a Goldwing Association, Southern Cruisers, and they formed another group called the Sonic Cruisers. What am I leaving out?
I think that's about it.
French fries, you didn't mention that. And they're meeting here like they do on a regular basis just to talk about what they're going to do tomorrow, and that being a motorcycle ride. This place is so motorcycle friendly, it just goes beyond belief.
We run a family atmosphere here. We don't tolerate anything out of the ordinary, so we've been quite happy with these people.
How long has this been going on, and how did it get started?
Well, about 2 years ago, a friend of mine approached me and asked me if there was a possibility of having bikes up here on a Friday night. And reluctantly, I said yes, and since then it's just turned into kind of a tradition in this area.
I just wanted to find a place that you could bring your families to, and a good place to ride your bikes to. Good food, good fun, clean entertainment, and this is the place.
So add the Sonic Drive-In in Pelham, Alabama, and the Oak Tree Furniture Store next door that makes available its parking area to places like the Burger Barn in Southern California and the Checkered Parrot in Atlanta, Georgia. All great places to gather for local food, fun, and motorcycle camaraderie.
Fridays up here, TGI Fridays, we meet there every Thursday night. Now, we have a Thursday night and a Friday night group. But I will guarantee you on Thursday night, there's the same type of loyalty up to Fridays up here. People will come there, we eat supper, we'll always show up there, we know everybody, and the people that we ride with, we frequent their businesses.
So tonight we dine, tomorrow we ride. Pro Star drag action when we come back, and it's smoking. A great ride-in last night. We ended up at the Sonic Drive-In along with, I don't know, there must have been 200 bikers there. We're set this morning to ride, believe it or not, to lunch about 170 miles away. And the thing that kind of irritates me is I could not get a 2001 Goldwing. I mean, after all, I'm a pretty important guy. And look, they've got 2 of them right here, and I think I figured it out. This one of these is yours, isn't it? That's right. Yeah, I think the deal is I did not have a yellow shirt, and you do, so that's why they gave you one.
That could be.
You had a wing before this one?
Yeah, I had a 98. I'm triking it.
And you really, triking it. You really like this thing, huh? There's a lot of differences?
Oh, yeah. The handling is superior. The motor is just...
I've heard enough. I don't want to know anymore. I'm still laboring over that question. Why would a Yankee, guys up north, want to be a Southern Cruiser rider? Could you help me out? Why?
It's an attitude thing, not a geographical thing, but strictly attitude.
We're a worldwide organization. We've got about a little over 7,000 members worldwide and a little over 200 chapters. Basically, the Southern Cruiser is just an all-brand riding club. We have we even have a three-wheeler that rides with us here in the Birmingham chapter. Basically, any make or model, just people from all walks of life just getting together, having fun, riding motorcycles. We try to keep as much of the politics out, all the meetings. Basically, our club is founded on two premises. No dues, no mandatory meetings. The only things we ask is that you ride safe and don't give the club a bad name.
Fair enough. Well, a Spanish moss signals southbound, and the interstate will soon give way to two-lane as the tide continues to roll towards Andalusia, Alabama.
Bike Week is brought to you by Kawasaki. See the great lineup of motorcycles at your Kawasaki dealer. And by Corona. Relax and enjoy a Corona.
Honda Cruisers never look better. Get no down payment and low 7.9% APR financing. Or with your Honda card, get no down payment and low monthly payments. As low as $99 per month on the hot new Shadow Spirit for the first 2 years. Deals to move on at your Honda dealer. Available on the best cruisers in the world.
Bike Week has been brought to you by Honda's Deals to Move On. Now's the time to get the world's best deals on the world's best bikes.
Welcome back. The Southern Cruisers have made it to the only restaurant in Andalusia, Alabama, with a parking lot big enough to accommodate the number of motorcycles that showed up. Now, the Goldwingers got here first and in huge numbers, but I think we got the long distance award, 170 miles.
I got to tell you, cruising down the road on your Goldwing, can you hear the tunes? It gets no better than that. A great ride, and we're here now to have lunch. I'll tell you, this is the best group of riders that I've ever ridden with, too. The only problem is there's no place to park.
We thought about 200, but then Scott's group from Birmingham rolled in, and you can see they brought about 200 bikes just on their own.
So this doesn't happen every weekend?
No, the first one I think we had 45 bikes, then we had 60 bikes, and then this one has just exploded.
You originally started this?
Yes, he did.
Well, I just wanted to get a bunch of bikes together. I like seeing a whole parking lot full of Goldwings, So, and it just all came together, and Jay Bird decided to host it.
And we ended up with everything from Harleys to Goldwings, Yamahas, Suzuki's, Kawasaki. We got them all here.
From Pensacola to Fort Walton Beach to Tallahassee to Huntsville.
We are so happy that we had such a wonderful turnout. We surely did not expect it to be a total blowout like this. But it just goes to show you how wonderful the people of Alabama are.
Listen, it's not over yet, because I made a phone call when they found out that there's free lunch here. That you guys are...
Are you trying to cause me to have the big one?
I've got a whole bunch of Harley riders coming down. The entire Birmingham Hog chapter is going to be here for lunch.
We're ready. We're ready for them.
Okay.
You bring them on. We can handle it.
All right.
We're Goldwingers. We can handle it.
Well, you've met Scott already. He was the first officer of the Southern Cruisers up in Birmingham. This is Richard Krause, and he holds a position of high esteem. He is
I'm one of the national officers, and I'm also the state officer for Alabama.
Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you that's high? And he has given me this application to fill out, which I have filled out, and I am now an official member of the Southern Cruisers. And the neat thing is, no dues, huh?
just for folks that like to ride motorcycles. And we saw a sample of that this morning, man. We had everything here that you could imagine with the Southern Cruisers as we took our trip and met up with a whole bunch more. And I want to thank you because it was a great ride.
We just want to thank you. We've had a great time having you.
Well, it was my pleasure, I assure you. Now I'm going to get me some clothes and things like that.
Larry, when you came in, I noticed that, you know, you rode in with the Southern Cruisers. And to be a perfect member of the Southern Cruisers, you're going to have to get a vest. And in order to have that vest, we want to present you with our colors to put on that vest.
Huh? How about that?
Welcome to the Southern Cruisers.
I'm a Southern Cruiser. Hey, y'all check them out, southerncruisers.net, and you become a member, whatever you do. Fun bunch of guys. Hey, until next time, so long, everyone.